Hello, my little munchkins, crones, and sunflowers. How are you today? This is Back to Life Monday, and I hope you had a grand weekend. But with no further ado, let's just get into it, baby crone. What happened on New Jersey? Baby crone is going to be doing New Jersey. I'm going to probably be out for a little while, so baby crone is having her first time. I'll interject if I think she needs my help, but she's going to carry it for me. So for us, you're on your own, baby crone. Don't make me have to come in. I have to go to the dentist and I have to get these implants removed, and you know I've been suffering with it ever since December. So let's just go for no further ado. So baby crone, go ahead.
Make it smell delicious in here.
Okay, here, wait a minute. Might as well put that over there.
Okay.
Wait a minute. These are these perfumes.
Yes, they smell so good. They're better than a gas station incense. I can attest.
Yeah. They like $15 for like a bag. They're not in a bag, they in a sealed.
No, do not just let the baby crone sniff up that in her nose.
Okay, go ahead, baby crone.
Yeah. Yes. So.
I will say things, but you'll be on your own. And I may not be here tomorrow to do the valley, so we'll see. Go ahead,
And
baby.
Vanderpump. I can't believe you're missing the beginning of the reunion. Anyway.
If I can, I will. But if I can't, because it depends on how my mouth is. So go, baby crone. You're beautiful. Do it, baby crone.
Well, first off, with Real Housewives of New Jersey, this is the second episode of. I'm not sure what particular season we're in. I think it's season 11. However, Danielle, one of my favorite characters, she has a clothing line named Bougie Kids. Mm-hmm. I even think it's an adorable name. It's just really fitting for Danielle, honestly. Her whole aesthetic. I just really like her. I just like the energy she embodies. But anyway.
I don't like her like that. I think she's loud and obnoxious, but go ahead.
Okay.
She's the one that's really like act like a man. You know, she's very masculine.
That is true. I'm not sure if we can
What do you want over here?
Yes, I'm not sure if we can attest that for her being from Brooklyn. But
Brooklyn.
Yes. So she apparently, I'm not sure if she's going to be modeling Bougie Kids on a runway fashion show, because she was
Bougie Kid with her child.
Yes, with her child.
Not her, but her child.
Right, with her child. And another thing was she was planning, I'm sorry guys. She was planning this big event later this episode, we'll see, to celebrate her husband, because he had brain surgery 6 years ago, at least at the time of that recording. And every year she does like celebration to really just celebrate his life and appreciate him more. And it's just nice.
I think he had a death scare or something.
Yes, that's why she appreciates every day and moment and year that he's alive.
I understand that. I could respect that.
Yes, I do too. The party, as a little spoiler alert jumping ahead, I actually think the party went amazing. There was, at least so far of what we've seen, there was no fighting, and actually there seemed to be some resolution between some of the people that were, there was some resolution, like Teresa and Jennifer.
I thought her name was Jen.
They're both named Jennifer,
like
but I think they call
the Jewish girl Jen.
Right. Okay. So Jen, she talked to Teresa, and she pretty much said, "I really don't have any problems with you. I really like you." She just told her what was going on with Margaret and what was said about those vanilla envelopes, which we didn't get to see at the reunion.
Well, let me say this. That's only because Teresa pulled her to the side.
Yes, Teresa did.
Wanted to get to the bottom line of it, because Teresa's saying that Margaret is lying.
Yes. And I also enjoy the fact that Teresa was able to pull somebody aside instead of making a whole big ordeal in front of everybody.
I'm glad she didn't do that.
Yes, and I'm glad Jen was nice enough to be receptive and was able to understand her and be like, "Hey, I really don't have anything against you." I enjoyed that. But who didn't enjoy that, in the very far distance, you can see Melissa looking upset, and she's like, "I now know who's not my friend."
And the other girl, Rachel.
Yes, Rachel. They both have a problem with Teresa. Anyway, moving back to the beginning of the episode, we have Dolores. She's living with her man, Paulie, as she calls him, and she's getting back into real estate. She wants to now that she is divorced, she wants to get back to being a
She's been divorced. Dolores been divorced for years.
Oh, well, she's talking about getting back into the game and wanting to be a independent woman now and wanting to have her own in a sense, especially because she's dating somebody who's still not married. I mean, still not
Dolores
divorced.
got money. She's doing this show.
Yeah,
Come on now. That is a job.
That
She's famous and she's making big paper. Stop it.
that is true. Although I do find seeing the living situation, you know, Paul seems very open in the house. She seems very cool in the house. So, you know, maybe even though I know him and his ex-wife is like separated but not divorced, so I guess he's like living his own life, can have women over and like the wife doesn't care. So I guess in that sense it is a safe situation to be dating this married man still. That's all I have to say about Dolores and her loving situation.
She looks good.
She does look good. That what did she say? She was on Ozempic.
Black Dolores. Yeah, she's on Ozempic. I call her Big Butt Dolores.
That is true.
She is.
Baby
she
got
looks,
back.
baby got an onion. She looks good. She really looks good.
Yep. Next, oh yes, we did talk about how briefly how Teresa has evidence that to prove that Margaret is lying about Louis calling up her son.
Now, how did she get the evidence?
That we're not sure. I'm not sure if it was Bodidel, this private investigator. But yeah, I'm not sure how she got this information. But somehow she found this and she got this information. I'm glad because this is a whole thing that y'all need to put to rest at this point.
And isn't it something about they was plotting?
Yes.
They had a meeting. Jen said she was there, right?
Yes, that's why. Margaret, the day before the reunion happened, she called everybody.
No, she didn't. She called her clique.
Yes, she called her clique, and that
was Melissa.
Yep, and
Rachel, their husbands, and
Jen,
and her husband.
Yes.
And Dolores. No, not Dolores.
No,
What's the lady, the blonde hair? What's her name?
Danielle or Margaret?
Margaret.
Yes. So they were all there having a chit chat, and that was one reason. And because they had this whole it was a conspiracy that they have all came together to try to, I guess, slander Louis' name and make him look bad on national TV, and that's why they had these yellow envelopes that they never got to.
Because Andy Cohen didn't want to hear.
No. And there was really too much back and forth between Teresa and Melissa to even get through anything, really.
Absolutely.
Moving on. Joe. And, her name is Antonia. It is Melissa. I believe this is Melissa's daughter. Yes. Turning 18, so she gave her a dinner party. That was nice. You heard Joe talking about how he was enjoying this family moment, really, and celebrating creating new family memories. Hey, I mean, if he's willing to let go of Teresa because he can't realize that he's the one that's the problem, at least they'll both have their peace living their own separate lives. That's the way I'll put that one. Next, I would really, if any of you guys know what Teresa, Danielle, and Jen was doing when they had those little machines on their booties shaking in.
Yeah, Tony.
Oh, okay.
It was like giving a booty workout with a machine.
Yes,
I wouldn't
that was
mind having
impressive.
that done. Yeah, maybe we can find some place to find stuff like that done.
Yeah, that's one thing about the housewives. They will surely introduce you to new things you have never heard of.
I've seen that before, though. Probably on the Kardashians.
You're probably right on that one.
I've probably seen it on the Kardashians.
Yes. Aside from that, they was just talking about, you know, life and how the group is divided and how they're pretty much one group that gets along. And, oh, yes, Danielle remember Danielle's having this celebration for her husband, celebrating 6 years of life. And so they're going to a New Jersey beach to go celebrate. And Danielle is, I believe, having Teresa, Jen, and Dolores stay at the beach house, while apparently Margaret, Melissa, and Rachel are all going to be like in a different.
Say it again. So they having what?
Danielle is at the beach house, or
Now, which one is Danielle again?
the one with the long blonde hair that has bougie kids.
Got you.
Yes.
Because wasn't she the one that was with Teresa getting the workout?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
And Teresa told her, I don't care who you friends with.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to tell you who to be friends with, because she was being with both.
Yes.
But she chooses to be with Melissa. Am I right?
Yes, because Melissa did come. She did invite Melissa and Rachel, and I don't think they're going to be staying in the same like in the same facility housing.
So this is for the party, right?
Yes, this is for the
So
party.
she had one group, she had the opposite group stay in another. I don't like all the separation. This is just like Kitty. It's childish.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not really sure about how that one went, because even when it came to the party, that Margaret, Melissa, and Rachel were already there before. Well, Danielle was there, of course, because it was her party. But then it was. Hold up, I have the names written down. It was Jennifer. It was Dolores, Teresa, and Jen, the one with the long curly hair, Jennifer. They all came to the party at the same time, so they were just like one clique, and they were all just at the house together, chit-chatting and talking. So you can already see how the group is divided, because one clique is already at the party before the other clique shows up, and then when the other clique shows up, the clique that was already there, which is Melissa, Rachel, and there's so many names to go through, and Margaret, they all kind of had an attitude when they saw Teresa only. I'm with Jennifer. I like Teresa. I don't know what y'all beefing about with Teresa, but okay.
Who was Teresa? The
Ter-
blonde?
No, Teresa is the face of the show, the one that just had her wedding to Luke.
Oh, that Teresa. Okay.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, I
So
like
many
Teresa
names.
too. I know, and I've had people out there that follow the show, and they don't like Teresa. I like her. I like her.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't see what she's doing wrong.
No, not at all. But maybe it could just be down to cultural differences, because I heard Italians really do take their family seriously.
Well, they all Italian, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. So you can see how
Or
that diet
Jewish
is going.
or something.
Yes.
Mhm.
Which is interesting for that little clique of New Jersey. It must be where they're located. However, okay. So this episode, well, let's talk. We've pretty much covered like the real basics of this episode. So let's recap on a little bit of things. I really enjoyed that. Oh, Joe. Yes, Joe's supposed to have some birthday gala. It wasn't in this episode but they're planning for it, and apparently the plan is not to invite Teresa to this birthday gala for Joe. I think this is Joe, her brother Joe.
And this is all to try to get back at the fact they boycott her wedding. They were invited. Teresa invited her brother and his wife. When they was having this little get together, cookout, when they was making the cheese, she's asked Melissa, did Melissa want to be in the wedding?
Yeah.
As a bridesmaid, and said, I didn't know that you wanted to be. And Melissa said, no, that's okay, I don't want to be. I guess she felt like this is like you giving it to me at the last minute. But she did offer.
Yes,
she said, are you just putting me in it? She says, no, you could be in it. But Melissa declined.
Yes.
She didn't want it, and the reason why, and it was Joe who got mad that Teresa did not invite Melissa's family.
Yes.
That's what this is all about. And I guess Joe is going on and doing things, and they trying to do things to start, and it's petty.
It's so petty. Honestly, this family drama.
And I really don't think Teresa really care. Going to their love feast. You know what I do like, if that she's invited, she shows up.
That is true.
So
yes. And honestly, for Melissa, girl, just get over it at this point.
And tell me this: didn't Teresa's daughter going back? Is she going to college?
Yes, she is going to college.
She's already graduated. So she's going to a college for law now.
I'm not sure if it's for law. I'm trying.
Remember that's what she graduated at, pre-law or something at the university, and her mother says she wanted to do immigrational law.
Yes.
So is she going to school for that? She leaving home to go do that? Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she is going to.
She's growing up to
college.
be so mature, and I never would have thought about this. She was such a brat from hell when she was through. Yeah, you know, Teresa was just like bougie kids' mom.
Oh, Danielle.
Getting her children, you know, doing all that. And but her daughter, I forgot the name of her daughter, Teresa's kids. They growing up to be beautiful girls.
Is it Gina?
Gina, and I'm really proud of Gina. She has really stepped up and really is so mature.
Yes.
And do anything for her mother. Because if you mess with her mother, you have to mess with Gina.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, so going back to Melissa, because I feel like it's just honestly ridiculous to be having an attitude that literally when you see Teresa, you don't even talk to her. You're already rolling your eyes, already sucking your teeth. Like, it's not that deep. It's really not that deep. That's how I feel. Melissa is my pet peeve. And I feel like Melissa is going to continue to be my pet peeve.
And why is she your pet peeve?
Because I
have that scarf?
Yes.
Thank you, Precious.
You're welcome. I just don't understand. Okay, I do understand. Well, I understand the situation for why she's mad at Teresa, but I really don't understand.
They never got along. Teresa never thought she was good enough for her brother. They never got along, so... I think Teresa I think that Melissa had tried over the years,
Okay.
but they just never.
You're right.
got
This is
along.
the long dynamic that I'm just literally coming into.
Look, her daughter is 18 years old, so that should tell you how long they've been together.
Yeah, that is true.
They've probably been together for 19, 20 years, 18. They've been together for a very long time.
Yikes. That's all I have for that party.
Did they show Melissa's son?
I think so.
He grown now, right?
I'm trying to figure out what scene it was. Oh, yes, I think it was because we all got to see them at the dinner party, was it not? Yeah, honestly, I think that was a really classy event, just to have like a dinner party to celebrate your daughter.
Very nice.
Yes. I mean, we've done that a couple of times too, but
Yeah,
it was just
it's
just us close family.
We have a very small family.
Yes. So, two people that play the Flints, I'm going to have to say is Dolores, and I'm forgetting her name, Jewish Jen.
Jen.
Yes. They play the fence.
It's gotta be hard.
Yeah, the group isn't making it easy.
That's because, and the reason why it's like that, because, what's her name? Dolores' husband is close with Louis. That's what I think. So she go where her man is.
Yeah, you're right.
So she's already marked the line. But she always take up for whatever side she believes in.
That is
she
true.
does play.
She
tries to play. She tries to be fair with her opinions on both sides.
Yeah, she does try to. Another thing I would like to talk about is how... Oh, did I tell... Well, I mean, it really wasn't much there, but Melissa, Rachel, and Margaret went pickleballing. It's just fun to see. Every time I hear pickleball, I get PTSD and think of Jamie Foxx, because that's what goes through my mind, because that's when people start getting up in arms about pickleball. It did look like a fun event, though, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like table tennis in real life, just like in a large scale. But yeah, there's really not much to say about this episode. I mean, I could go on to talk about my favorite Danielle and just how...
Go ahead, talk about it.
Okay.
Say something about it.
Okay, I do like that she is making a fashion. You know what? The one thing I really love about Danielle is the fact that she is. Okay, it has its downsides, but I really love the idea that she is giving her child everything that she wished she could have had when she was younger, even though she's like being a little over top in the extreme. But hey,
Isn't she the one that have a problem with her brother?
yes, she is. Yes, she is. Yeah, I wonder how things are going with her brother. She hasn't talked about him this season, I don't think. Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, with with Danielle, I feel like,
Are you finished?
yeah, I'm really pretty much finished.
Okay, close it out, sweet.
Okay. Alright, with that being said, I hope you munchkins, crones, and chickens enjoyed my recap of Real Housewives of New Jersey, episode 2. And with that being said, I hope to capture you guys next week. And with that being said, please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so that way you know whenever we go live or when we upload. Thank you.
And I want to say that your comments and your subscription and your just your likes, they really help us so much. So please, if you set this bar, give us a thumb up.
Yes.
And we really appreciate it. And with that being said,
Sunflowers.